All right, welcome back to the Tildes.net November 2025 Backlog Bingo. This is Hacknet. I'm playing this for the programming category on my bingo board, sheet, whatever you want to call it. This isn't actually the first time I've played this game. I played this back, according to Steam, for the first time in 2016. January 2016. The game itself came out August 2015. But I think I only played it for maybe like 10 minutes, 15 minutes. So, I'm down to give this another try. I have a few other programming games, but I think I've put a little bit more time into each of them. Not a whole lot, but this one I think has the least. And it's, you know, I last played it 9 years ago. So, hey, I think it's good enough time to come back to it. Anyway, this game was Hacknet was created by the developer Team Fractal Alligator. And Steam, this is the only game they have. And then the publisher is Fellow Traveler, which they're an indie producer that really focuses on like story games, like Citizen Sleeper. I think what's another one I saw, like 1000 X Resist. And yeah, I think they're the ones who run like the Ludo Narracon on Steam. But anyways, let's go ahead and get started. I'm going to do a new session. And of course, we'll do this. Oh, already in use. What? Okay, well, these are other one. Another save. Password. Yep. Oh, look at this, man. This is like... I'm definitely a hacker now. $14-day timer expired. Initializing failsafe. Hi. This is strange. Stranger than I expected. I guess I'm supposed to write this in past tense, though I hardly feel like admitting it's over. My name is Bit, and if you're reading this, I'm already dead. Typical. So then the right side is right side of the screen is a terminal. I really don't like that effect they're using for loading. I don't know, it makes me think like, oh, is my GPU glitching? Is the monitor glitch? Like, what's going on here? Anyway, okay. So let's go and get started over here. All right, as of right now, you're at risk. Learn as quickly as possible. Begin the tutorial sequence by pressing the continue button below. All right. Connecting a computer by typing connect IP in the terminal or by clicking on a node on the network map. Okay, so this is the net map down here. Connect to your own computer on the map now by clicking the green circle. JC Phoenix 32 PC, which is 41.158.85.98. Okay. No, that's not my real IP. Good work. The first thing to do on any system is scan it for adjacent nodes. This will reveal more computers on your map that you can use. Scan this computer now by pressing the Scan Network button on the display module. Okay. That should be all you'll need from your own server for now. Disconnect from your machine. It's time for you to connect to an outside computer. Be aware that attempting to compromise the security of another's computer is illegal under the USC Act 1030-18. Proceed at your own risk and connect to an outside machine by clicking on a blue node on the network map. Okay. All right, so I'm connected. All right, this VM's terminal module has been activated. This will be your primary interface for navigating interfacing with nodes. A command can be run by typing it out and pressing enter. The computer's security systems and open ports can be analyzed using the probe or nmap command. Analyze the computer you are currently connected to. Okay, so I just gotta type in. I guess Oh, well, that's like, okay, it wants me to do this. Type in the terminal. Okay. So I just type in nmap. Here you can see the active ports, active security, and the number of open ports required to successfully crack this machine using port hack. This machine has no active security and requires no open ports to crack. If you are prepared to, it is possible to crack this computer using the program port hack. Run the program port hack. Okay. I'm just going to do this. I assume it's a command, right? Congratulations, you've taken control of an external system, and now it's now it's administrator. You can do whatever you like with it. However, you should start by scanning for local nodes. To locate additional computers, do this using the scan command. All right, no results. Not a problem. Here, you should investigate the file system. List the files and folders in the current directory. I'm going to assume it's list. Oh, ls. I know a little bit of Linux. Navigate to the bin folder, or the binaries folder, to search for useful executables using the command cd folder name, note to space. Yeah, okay. Pretty typical command line stuff. To view the contents of the current folder you are in, use the command ls. There it is. But there are no programs here, so you should look at config.txt to see what contains useful information. It's just like, yeah, okay. Again, I'm assuming it's using some of these like standard Linux-based commands. Totally useless. How to clear your tracks before you leave. Well, let's look at this config file. So, yeah, nothing really here. Looks like just. I like the folder, the texture folder. Document settings, admin, facts, not porn, documents, serious documents, systems, textures. Nice. Colors enabled. Peach, ivory, fudge, chocolate, magenta. And behavior is enabled. Twirl, thrust, helicopter. Okay. Anyway, totally back tutorial. So we said it's totally useless. How to clear your tracks before, or now to clear your tracks before you leave. Move up a folder in the tree using cd ... Note that the wildcard ... indicates back route. Yeah, okay. Yep, got that. Move to the log folder. Okay, delete all files in this directory. You can delete a file using the rm file name. However, you can delete all files in the current directory with the command rm. Note the wildcard asterisk indicates all. Yeah, this would be me here, right? Connection from 41.158.85.98. All right. So said rmrf or asterisk. Excellent work. Okay. Disconnect from the computer. You could use the DC or disconnect command. Boom. Congratulations, you have completed the guided section of this tutorial. To finish it, you must locate the process type of this tutorial, program to kill it. The help command will give you a command list at any time. Well, let's do help. PS, that's what I want. See if that works. That work? Oh, I just gotta say kill, I guess. I don't have to say PS. Kill 76. Boom. Done. All right. And looks like I got an email. I'm looking at bit. First contact. Here we go. Hi. I don't know you, and I'm sad to say that I never will. But if you're reading this, it means you might be the only person that can make things right. Right now, I'm trapped. There's no way out and not enough time, and I need your help. But there's something you need to take care of first. The faster, the better. Hacknet OS wasn't meant to be released as it is now. After a while, the automated tracker will activate itself. We can't let that happen. Connect to your own node, should be green on the netmap, and then delete securitytraces.exe. When you're done, just reply to this email. Hurry! Note, Hacknet navigation guide. Okay, yeah. Let's go back here. View the file system. Probably bin, right? Yep, there it is. Okay. And RM. Can I just do? Yeah, I can do auto tab complete. Cool. All right, then I go back to email and I reply. I have no additional details. Oh, come off. All right. New email. Here it is from Bit. Getting some tools together. Great. That should keep you safe for now, at least from your own computer. Before we start, you're going to need a few things. Port hack alone isn't going to cut it on most modern computers you find. Not one's anything worth looking at anyway. You should start by checking up on a friend of mine. He goes by Viper. Awful, I know. He's honestly not the brightest crayon in the box, but he always seems to get a hold of useful code. You should have no trouble getting to his files. Finding something useful might be a bit more of a challenge. You can, for the most part, ignore the generic files, stuff that gets logged or saved by a program, IRC logs and the like. Custom name things like .exe files, which you're looking out for. Download any files you can using the command scp. Good luck, reply when you're done. Okay. So we got our, here it is, popped up the nmap, and let's use a Hacknet quick reference sheet. All right, probe, the port hack, scan, clear the logs, tildes/log, or was that /log folder? Okay. All right, let's try this. Let's connect to Viper. Let's probe it. Open ports required for hack 0. So cool. They're all locked, but I guess it's super port hack. Boom, password found. All right, so I've pawned this computer, as they say, I think. All right, so let's look around. Let's go to home. See what's in this home file directory. YouTubers.txt. Ooh, I want to see YouTubers. Who's he watch? YouTubers check out. Excuse me. Captain Spin effects? Rockley Smile, Northern Lion, official Callum Games. I wonder if these are real or were real YouTubers. Anyway. Oh, I was already in the directories, right? Let's just look around. Let's spend some time looking around here. Finally managed to torrent that sweet new Hackster program from the server Gollum told me about. This is so sick. Can't wait to try it out. Just got it to work out. Just gotta work out how to use it first. Yep. Let's try this one. Introduction test. Induction test. 199.59.149.230 proxy server. Need something about overloading it maybe? Gotta research more. Maybe there's some program to help. We'll ask for more money. All right, email draft. Dad, sorry I haven't emailed you in a while. I've been really busy with school. Year 11 is hard, but I think I'm doing okay. I actually want to ask for a little help. I need some new software for a school project. It's called ftpbounce.exe. It's really useful. It'll cost a lot though, and I've run out of money you sent me last time. All this IT project software is really expensive. Is there any chance you could send another $2,000 to my account? It'd really help out. Thanks. Love you, Tim. Jeez, $2,000 in year 11. So this guy's like what, like a junior in high school, somewhere thereabouts. Damn. Let's go back here. Let's go look in sys. Yeah, it's typical stuff. Let's look in log real quick. It's like a bin. Those are executables, you should already say. SSH crack. There we go. All right, so SCP, SSH. It's downloading. Looks like I got it. Okay, now we got to go back to the. Oop. Oh, it's right there on the screen. I'm like looking at two different areas. Sometimes I'm like looking at down here in the terminal, and then I'll be telling them looking up here like on the graphical display, the GUI. So let's do, yeah, can I do rm log? I know like the actual command is not like this. There's some other stuff, like some other flags or whatever you got to do, like in Linux. Let's just try this though. Yeah, okay. Maybe there's a different way to do this, but rm tech, or asterisk rather. Cool. I think we can just disconnect now at this point. All right, let's go back to our computer because we should have it here now, right? Yeah, there it is. SSH crack. What's this? Oh, yeah, okay. Stash, nothing. MISC, nothing. All right, let's check our email. All right, you said I have to reply afterwards, right? So, yeah, reply again when you're done. Yeah, nothing really additional to send. Cool. All right, let me get a drink real quick. Okay, you're probably hearing music right about now. I realized, like, wow, this game's really quiet. I thought there's music here. Why is it just like complete silence? Every time before I start recording one of these videos, I actually do an audio test, like a 30-second like clip with the music, with my voice, you know, just to make sure that I'm audible over any like game music or sound. And to do that, after I'm done with recording it, I mute the game and then I watch the video and listen to it. Well, I forgot to unmute the game. So like, wait, oh, there's no sound. I'm not hearing anything. This is weird. You know, hackers always have some like crazy music and whatnot, you know, all EDM, hardcore stuff. Anyway, let's go back at it. Made in flight. Congratulations. I honestly have no way of knowing if you succeeded in this responder, but if you're seeing this, it means that you at least found something. I'm going to assume it's something really useful. You should try breaking one of my old test servers. If Viper had the sort of stuff he's known for getting lying around, you should have everything you need to get in. Remember, any non-basic programs you get need a port number to run like this, like SSH crack 22. You just find a port you want to crack and run it on that. Oh, and in case you don't know already, you can hit tab to autocomplete. Yep. Hitting SSH and tab should autocomplete it to the full name, etc. Works for everything. Good luck. Okay, so let's do this. It's the security basics. Right. Use probe to see what ports are open. Target one with the program and target the correct port, i.e. SSH crack 22. Breaking sufficient ports leaves the target vulnerable to a security breach using port hack. Okay, so let's get the link. There it is, got in our new computer. Alright, so we want to probe this, so let's go and probe again. Open ports required for crack. So 1. So now we got to do, we have port 22 here and we have our SSH crack. So 22, space 22. Insufficient memory, close notes. Okay, wow. Alright. Man, these notes use a lot of freaking memory. Yikes. Alright, let's try it again. Man, I feel like a hacker. Okay, so now there it is. SSH port 22 is open. Now we can run. What was it? Can I do this? Yeah, there it is. Ooh, yikes. I guess it's just port hack. Boom, password found. All right, so let's scan the network also as well. Nothing, right? Yeah, nothing. Okay. Let's go ahead and. Well, we don't need to probe the system. We're already here. View file system, home. Oh boy. Yeah, that doesn't look. Like, I'm sure something can be done with this, but like right now, it doesn't look like anything. IRC logs. Ab is away, gone. If anyone talks the next 25 minutes, it's as me. It's BM being an asshole. Haha, disregard that. I suck cocks. Let's check out this IRC log. We're on our way back from partying at NYC for the weekend. It was like Sunday afternoon. We're headed back west. We're cruising maybe 130, 140 miles per hour. Flew past a trooper on the side of the road. Trooper lights up, siren blasting, chasing us down the highway. We're both like, should we stop? There's no way he can catch up to us. We decide to be good and stop. Cop decides to catch us, comes out gun drawn, pissed as hell. Walks up to the side of the car and goes, son, can I see your pilot's license? Jason pulls out his fucking pilot license. Cop's jaw hits the fucking ground. Most stunned face I've ever fucking seen. And there's practically a whimper goes, get the fuck out of here. No ticket, too embarrassed merely. I'll never forget that day as long as I live. I was sure we were going to jail. Auto log reports in here. I'm not gonna read all these. I'll just kind of look through. Or with this, I won't verbalize all of these. Just kind of skim them myself. Making some money. Confirm fake though, huh? Okay. Congratulations, you win. I got in. That's right. This is probably nothing, right? Yes, that's his file. So he's like a driver of some sort. Hops terminal guide. Handy list of commands you'll want from the command line. Yeah, cat, cd, ls, cd dot dot. Or yeah, cd / replace. Okay. I'm gonna grab this actually. This might be helpful. Just SCP this one. Cool. Boy. Oh yeah, this is everything. Excuse me, I've been doing. Okay. I don't know, do I need to grab this test file? Let's grab this test file just in case. If I go back to, can I go back to my computer, right? Yeah, view file system. And I go to home, should be here. Yeah, test file, okay. Figured as much. Alright, so now we go to view logs. Over here, and we just remove all this. And there they go, one by one. Alright, back to email. Okay, so now what? Let's add this. Oop. Can I like add something? Like how do I add something? Well, I don't know, whatever. I was thinking like I would have to like attach the file that he had and send it back to him. Alright, something in return from Bit. Nice work. Here's where it's going to start getting harder. I need to ask a favor. I've been a little sloppy lately, which is what got me into this whole mess. It's why I'm writing this in the first place, I guess. Anyway, the point is, there's some logs on a few computers that I'd prefer weren't there. You should remember this. If you forget everything else I tell you, don't get sloppy. Delete your logs. If you haven't been, start now. Everything you do on any modern OS is tracked and logged in the log folder. Just go in there and RM asterisk the whole thing. Never forget to. Thanks. Good luck. Bit. Okay, let's request details. Yeah, okay. That's just what he's saying, right? And P. Anderson's bedroom. Bedroom PC, rather. Okay. Alright, so let's come off this. Okay, so we need to Once again, probe the system. Okay, we need one port. Open for the crack, which we have our SSH again. We'll do SSH crack 22 again. It's funny, like, playing this game, like, I've, like, I don't know, I guess, you know, a lot of IT guys, I'm sure, guys and gals, probably like, ooh, I'm a hack. You know, people, well, let me say this way, people like, oh, you're a hacker, you know, non-IT, non-techy people, like, oh, man, JC, you're such a hacker. Like, well, I'm not a hacker. But, you know, it'd be kind of cool to actually be a hacker, you know, or a pen tester, you know, cybersecurity specialist, whatever. But for me, I don't know, I actually never really had a whole lot of interest like going into like security and this type of like even like white hat hacking or even black hat hacking. Certainly not black hat, but yeah, I don't know, just never been that interested in all this stuff. Interestingly, I do work with a group that does cybersecurity stuff, and but like I'm just there as a sysadmin. That's all I am. Like I don't do any of this the hacking shit. I'm not really interested in it like at all. All right, so now we run port hack. All right, password found. All right. I'm now the admin. All right, so let's view the logs. Or let's look at the files, rather. So that click. Home, documents. Tax return. Oh my, oh yeah, it's that tax folder. File. Laptop. Convention insurance or cover. Personal insurance. I don't know, whatever. Chat log. You guys ready to stream? That depends. You ready to die? Alright, nothing really interesting there. Off top police report. Police number. Claim numbers. Okay. Personal letter draft. Dad, I know you don't understand the choices I've made, and I don't expect you to. What I do expect, however, is a common decency to respect those choices and to continue treating me as your child. So you're willing to do that. I'm sorry, but I need to leave Boston. I can't bear to be in the same city, knowing that my hero, my role model, is in the same place, ignoring my existence. I've tried my hardest to be accommodating, understanding, and try to explain this transition, but I can't handle it anymore. I'm going to head out to LA with James. If you want to talk, you have my numbers. Please know that I haven't made a decision lightly. It's something I have to do, and I hope that in time you'll learn to accept me for who I really am. I love you, Paul. Huh. This is like transitioning, like, what do you call that? Like, trans? Let's go into work. Report email draft. Intro. Nothing conclusive. Got leads. Laptop was stolen. Convention. Contained the dossier reports. Had copied the most likely one over here. Was sure I had. We'll submit with details of what we found soon. Okay, nothing of really any interest over in the binary folder log. Oh, so here's where it looks like Bit. Yeah, you can see that he did some stuff here. And this is me, the 401.158. Okay, so we'll just delete all this. Valence dossier.pdf. Okay. Cool. Alright, that should be it. Right, back to email. And then we'll go ahead and reply to Bit. Apply. Alright, where to from here? Alright, if you see this, then you've done well. And, well, all this might actually be worth something. Is that too much to hope for? It seems like a lot to hope for. I realize that I just don't have time to write this whole thing. There's way too much to learn, and I don't have time to do any of it. So I'm going to need to ask something more. There's a group that goes by Entropy that's currently accepting members. They'll be able to teach you more. When you're ready, I'll contact you again. As for getting into Entropy, well, you'll need to bypass a proxy server. A few shells, open using the command shell, running on computers you've already got admin access on should be able. A few shells running on computers you've already got admin access on should be able to overload it. Good luck, and thank you. Bit. P.S. I almost forgot. If you run into trouble, I've linked the Network Education Archive server too. It's got a lot of useful info on it. Okay, so this one. I'm gonna close this so we can reduce. I should have looked how much RAM that used because that was kind of ridiculous. Okay, let's grab this computer and then the entropy one. Cool. Create inbox. Let's log out with this. Gmail. All right, I do want to see this. Okay, so right now we have 255. We're using 255 megs of 761 megabytes. That's which is like, Jesus, it's so low in terms of memory. I'm just curious. Oh, but they didn't like open. Okay. They didn't like load up here in the notes, like program, whatever you call this. Okay, anyway. Alright, if you know some proxy servers, like classic entropy challenge. Run shells on computers you have admin access to with shell. Connect to a target security, probe its security. Connect to a target computer, probe its security. Use it. Shells overload target proxy. NetEdu archives will have more details. Okay. Well then why don't we go to the NetEdu? Oh boy, a lot of information here. Proxy servers function as a buffering layer between a target computer and a connecting counterpart that filters, caches, and monitors incoming traffic to both optimize web performance for repeated queries and prevents some kind of attacks. The most well-recognized flaw in proxy servers is their upper memory limit, which reached will force them to allow unchecked traffic to pass through. To exploit this, hackers and testers will often run shells on other computers that an attacker has access to, often using the built-in shell program. Then, with a collection of shells on servant machines, will connect to a target computer and use the shell's overload functionality to flood the target's proxy server with junk data, allowing other potentially harmful traffic through. Okay. Execution. I don't really need to. We might come back to that. Let's get shells. Shells are compact, low-memory remote processes running on a separate machine that can be controlled locally from any connection. These incredibly convenient processes are useful for many tasks, though what they're capable is determined by the type of shell being run. Common functions across networks include overload. Designed to test networks and proxy servers, this functionality floods the target machine with a jump network traffic from the node running the shell, filling up proxy server memory and soaking CPU time. Trap. A shell running this mode will notify the running user when a foreign user connects to a machine running the shell and allow an emergency fork bomb flood to be executed and all their users connected remotely. This can be incredibly useful for maintaining security of a remote network computer while doing other work. Okay. Proxy servers advanced. Proxy servers are essentially a secondary computer that you connect to a target through, which filters and caches network traffic to provide security, increased web performance, and highly aggressive information. Proxies are configured by default to ward off traffic that might be considered a network threat, such as FTP flooding, at the cost of needing to whitelist desirable traffic, such as YouTube video streaming traffic. This means that while they can be inconvenient for some users while they're being correctly configured, they can entirely prevent the execution of programs that could compromise a port or security service. The most well-recognized flaw in proxy servers' upper memory limit, which reach will force them into either entirely shut down the network they're connected to, a feature which is hardly ever utilized, or allow unchecked traffic to pass through. Because of this, increasing network security budgets have led to more robust proxy servers with significantly more memory, making the process of overloading a long and daunting task nigh impossible with a single machine. Okay, well, you know what, we'll leave the rest of this alone for now, and let's connect to this entropy. Which one was it? Entropy. I'm just curious. Proxy detected. Okay, so what I have to do is let's use Bitwise as test PC, right? Because I have the thing. So if I do shell, and I want to do. So how does this work? Shell at 76.191, I guess. Overload? Can I, like, change this? Let's just try to type in overload, see what happens. Oh. Do I have to, like, click the computer I wanna? Yeah, how does this work? There it is, connect. And what's 199.59.149.230? Okay, connected to entropy test server. From here, right? Is that how this works? Okay, clearly I need to learn more about this. Run shell security, you have admin access to which shell. Connect to target computer, probe its security. Use the shells to overload target proxy. We already looked at that, sort of. Yeah, okay. Okay, let's try this. I noticed that, like, obviously, like, now there's either yellow here, so, like, what does that mean? But how do I, like... How do you, like, choose a... computer? Yes, that's the part I don't understand, is how do you... I have a shell, but then how do you do this? See, now I'm closing out the shell, and then it... Let's just try this again. 59.149.230. But that's the thing, like this. Okay, so that was 1.8, right? Oh, let's just see. Let's probe it. Let's see what happens. Oh, proxy bypassed. Okay. I don't... So I just have to run shell and that's enough? Okay, I thought I'd have to, like, do something else. Well, let's just see what happens if I do this. Close, 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 close. Now probe. I'm curious. Oh, proxy, okay. I don't understand. I didn't, okay. A little bit confused. Anyway, let's just do the port. SSH crack. 22. I thought I'd have to, like, actually do something like have these computers connect, but this is proxy bypass. It's like, okay, what did I do? Nothing. Maybe I just don't understand. Yeah, not a hacker. Apparently not a fictional hacker either. All right, I'm now the admin. Let's view, scan the network. Nothing, okay. View file system, what do we got here? Did I do this? I guess it was. Oop, let's go to bit. Zero cool, hack the planet, retort. Let's just look through this real quick. You fools, bow down to me. I got some mad skills and you know it. Retort. Assuming you know what retort means, let's start by saying you are nothing but a scrub. It probably took you all week to work out how to smash through that proxy. I bet you're probably 12, thinking you could hack the planet for your mom's 386. Good luck, kid. Move on and let the pros handle. Be Stormwind, need help. If you're here, chances are you know a thing or two about getting to places you don't belong. Those idiots over at Stormwind have totally ruined the balance of Shaitan 3 with the latest auction house patch. I've been a super fan since the original Shaitan was released in 96, and I say we stick it to that and bring the auction house down. If you want in, leave a text file here and I'll find you. Slagged fire. Will I bound? 400, Jin Stormwind Online. Lols. Admins are pretty pissed at you, Slagged fire. The Chinese contingency has been hammering the servers all night, requesting gold. Nice. E-admins are lazy. No one ever remembers to clear out the bin folder too. This is a test service, scrubs. It's designed for people to break in, at least tidy up. I guess I steal this side too, right? Since I'm in here, I need to do this. View the logs. And I guess, yeah, see, overloaded, so it automatically did it just by, yeah, shell overload at 1.9. So just by having the shell, I guess it was basically automatic, which is, I don't know, kind of weird, but whatever. Let's go ahead and delete all this, right? We need to make sure nothing's here. You always gotta watch your, or clear up your tracks. Let's be Anderson's. We use Mod Interactive. Do it again. Oop. But see, here it is. See, shell, or is it overload at 1.8.74? Like, which computer is that? Oh, that was, yeah, my interactive. So maybe I clicked the wrong computer. I don't know. Either way, use Vipers. So like this one, it didn't even, the shell was open, but it never overloaded the entropy test server. And Bitwise's test. And do the same thing. Okay. That should be that, because I don't think we don't have admins here. Not on the mail server. Yeah, I think that's it. Alright, so back to the entropy. Probe system again, or let's look at the file system again. Or not this one. Oop. Are you tired of quests that take up all your time? Do you wish you could spend a long, happy life without the worry of money for mounts? Then look no further than SO Gold, the ultimate farming service for Stormwind Online players. For a small fee, we will take care of your account and ensure that you have enough gold to buy all the items you could ever want. All we need is a down payment of $29.99 USD, your Stormwind account online details, and we'll get you more gold than you could ever imagine. Bit, please read. Bit, if you're lurking, can you please come out of the shadows? I need to talk to you. Vapor won't get off my case saying something's wrong. She's sure something's wrong. Let me know. T. Okay. Oh, alright, let's look at the entropy induction test. Congratulations, download this file to complete your induction test. Entropy will be contacting you shortly. CP. Boom. Alright, let's back off this. Oh, there they are. They're already emailing me. No, that's a lot of log files, so you have to delete one by one, sequentially. I mean, it'd probably be a lot quicker, but obviously these computers are like... This is like a Raspberry Pi. Jesus. I'm sure a Raspberry Pi would be quicker than this. NDC. Alright. Finally got an email from Entropy. Okay. Well, this has been about... this has been 45 minutes... thereabouts so far, so a little bit longer than I usually like to record these. But anyway, this is Hacknet. Yeah, it's just a hacking simulator. There's other games like this. I've definitely played like one or two others that are kind of, you know, simulated hacking. Yeah, obviously we didn't see so much story. This is just the tutorial, but it's interesting, you know. And you know, as a IT person, tech person, you know, it's kind of fun to pretend that I'm a hacker. At the same time, it also reminds me a little bit of work, you know, working in Linux and like in Windows and whatnot, having to do stuff, and it is currently the weekend, you know. I don't really feel like having to quote unquote work. As far as, okay, so will I play this some more? You know, maybe I'll play this for 15, 30 minutes more just to see where it goes, you know, get this confirmation mission going. And yeah, we'll just see. Again, this is another one where I'm not like fully hooked. This is definitely more than I played last time. So, but you know, is that because I'm doing this backlog bingo, or is it because I'm having fun? You know, who knows right now. But anyway, yeah, this is Hacknet, and I hope you enjoyed. See you next time. Thanks. Bye.